What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chart Striker. This is your host, Dana. Hope all of you have had a good day so far. I think my hold on. Sound is a bit too high. Might be better now. Not sure. Let's try it out. Yeah, I think it's better now. Yeah, guys, welcome back to the show. It's been a eventful day, very eventful day. SEC has been on fire today for some reason. Today they were up and about, doing different things. For example, and there was news about SEC asking Coinbase to halt trading in everything, literally, except for Bitcoin. According to them, now they're claiming that all the coins that, are on Coinbase are unregistered securities, except for Bitcoin, of course. And for that reason, Coinbase has to halt trading when it comes to every other altcoin, in other words. And Coinbase refused to do so. They refused to delist it, so we can't we don't know what's gonna happen. Me personally, I can't wait for that class action to take to come to life. We'll see what's gonna happen. And then on another news, Richard Hart is apparently getting sued. The SEC is after him as well. This was bound to happen. If we look at Hex, the last few times we had a look at it, I kept on saying I don't understand why it's still alive. It should have been dead a while ago. I've been saying that a few times, but over and over it showed that it still had some life in it, in some weird way. But now I think the show's over for Hex, Pulse Chain, and the rest of the gang, Pulse X, and so on and so forth. I think it's over for Mr. Hart. We'll see what happens. But yeah, they are charging Richard with on Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X with conducting unregistered offerings of crypto asset securities that raised more than 1 billion in crypto assets from investors. And apparently they're also saying that Richard wasted a lot of that money on luxury and so on and so forth. So yeah, things are heating up. SEC is on fire today. But also today is the monthly candle close, so we have to have a look at what's going on with Bitcoin, right? So straight to the point. Okay guys, looking at the oscillators and everything else, we can obviously see things are still looking positive, right? MACD is still positive momentum on the oscillators. ADX, let's have a look. ADX, is it still, it's below 20. It's below 20, so it's whatever. But the monthly candle close itself, okay, is looking like it ended up with bears, pressuring the bulls, okay? In simple words, even though oscillators are still looking positive and so on and so forth, it did look like it's still, seeing some pressure from the bears by the end of it, okay? Looking at the daily, we're still going sideways. Let me bring forward the other chart. like we're still in between, you know, these levels, that old support, which is acting as, you know, resistance at the moment, and this new support, which we still haven't broken. That hidden divergence on the daily is still developing. That hasn't changed at all. Okay, MACD is still bearish though, and our size below neutral, yes, but it's still developing. Like I said, it's only going to become invalid if we see a close below, you know, $25,000. Then yes, this nice divergence we're seeing is gonna become invalid. Until that happens, it's still going on. It's still going on. Okay, monthly, we gotta give it some time. We gotta give it some time. On the daily, I could see, like I said it yesterday as well, I could see that bears are losing steam a little bit, but if we see any daily candle close below this level, 29,000-ish, you know, 29,100-ish dollars, yeah, we're going a bit lower. I don't see anything holding us if that happens until 28.5-ish, 28.3-ish. I've been saying this a few times. Somewhere around that level, like it's not to the dot, but somewhere around that area, okay? So yeah, like we can't do much with the monthly. Like still positive momentum on the oscillators. Like this chart, I'm looking at it because I explained this last time. We retraced 50%, we retraced 50%. It doesn't mean we touch it to the dot. And this time we kinda almost did it. But if we're gonna touch the 50% to the dot, it's gonna be around 28.5. So it does go in hand. If you think about it, it does go hand in hand, right? Let's have a look at Ethereum. Yeah, not looking the best. Let's just remove this. This is the thing. Before I continue on with this one and tell you something important for the monthly, okay? This, I was just going through things with Patreons, I think. Let me just remove it. Okay, this is the thing. God, where is that chart? Where is it? Okay, right here. On the monthly, if you think about it, the resistance for Bitcoin was around 31.8-ish to 32-ish. Okay, on the monthly, we have tapped it. Now, for this, you know, for us to see a continuation, we need to at least see a daily candle close above 31.8 to 32,000, right? Same thing on the monthly for this to continue to better levels. But just keep in mind, we did tap the monthly resistance, right? Okay, now let's head over to Ethereum, which is also telling us the same thing. Looking at the monthly, even though oscillators are positive for the, you know, for Bitcoin's chart, at least on Ethereum, still negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD is still bearish pretty much. RSI is above neutral, that is fine. But also on Ethereum, guys, resistance was around 1,982-ish to 2,040-ish. Now we do have, you know, some new resistance, which is around 2,144, but otherwise also on resistance on the monthly, we have tapped major levels. This is coming from the lows of November to December. We've gone up almost 100%, guys. Okay, 99.5% to be a bit more precise. So that's a lot. That's not little. That's not a small swing, right? So it's done well. It's done well so far. So sure, there is, look, when you look at things like this, doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin or Ethereum, okay, when they're going sideways as much as Bitcoin has done or Ethereum is doing right now, sure, bears keep on pressuring the bulls, but it feels like there are not many sellers left. Same thing looking at Bitcoin. You know, there are people still selling, you know, some to maybe shake some people, you know, out and so on and so forth. But in general, it doesn't feel like there are as much sellers anymore. Like, it goes down, it wicks back up. It goes down, it wicks back up. I mean, sure, this one we wicked down, but mostly it is getting bought back up pretty fast, right? Okay, that's monthly. On the daily, just a quick update. We're still above this trend line. Like, there's still some positive divergence developing. Okay, it's gonna become invalid if we see a daily candle close below this area, 1843-ish. Until that happens, there's still some nice divergence developing, right? Cute and simple. Let's have a look at BNB. Okay. Market is neutral. It's like whatever at the moment. Negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD is bearish. RSI is below neutral. This one is still hanging on, like it's hanging on at support areas still. And I guess market being neutral isn't that bad. At least on the prior, you know, monthly close. We hit resistance. We could, you know, pull back to these levels. Yeah, unless for BNB, unless we see a close above $261. Again, I think I've said this a few months ago. Not that interesting. We are in an upsloping, you know, channel at the moment, resembling a bear flag. So if we break below this area, most likely we go to the next level of support, potential, you know, support, which is around $211. But we're still holding at the moment. So yeah, that's pretty much BNB without getting in depth. I'm probably gonna be streaming, hopefully, tomorrow. At least that's the plan. A bit earlier than now. What else? Cardano. We are at support. That, I think that's a good thing. Okay, that's one good thing, but there is pressure from the bears to the downside. There is some pressure from the bears still. MACD still bearish. Negative momentum on the oscillators. RSI below neutral. Like, volume is not there at the moment. On the weekly, we do have some, well, actually it already played out. We had some nice divergence, it already played out. We're starting to get a crossover by the MACD. could turn bullish. First negative momentum, but this can change in a few hours. It can change in 6 days. Like it's not set. Not set yet. It's like we might pull back. We might pull back at least to these levels, 0.2644. We'll see what happens from there. Yeah, prior daily candle closed, telling us that bears are pressuring the bulls, right? MACD's bearish, negative momentum on the oscillators. RSI still holding. It's kind of hovering around neutral at the moment, but looks like it broke, below the 50 point level. We are at S2 on the hourly time frame, but we'll see how far that takes us. Look, Cardano, as long as it's below 0.31-ish dollars, pretty much still being, pushed by the bears. If we can see it close above this area, there's a decent chance we could come back at least to 0.32-ish, 0.3155-ish. After that, yeah, we can talk about. But this is looking like there's pressure to the downside. If this doesn't hold, next support, is all the way around 0.3022, 0.2998. Yeah, Aptos is still holding on. Like, I have to say, it's holding, like it's still holding these levels. I did say that yesterday. It does look juicy, and it's gonna keep on looking juicy until we see a daily candle close below below 6.9542. Same thing on the hourly, below 6.885-ish. That nice divergence is gonna become invalid. But on the daily mainly, any close below 6.95-ish, yeah, that nice divergence that we're seeing is gonna become invalid, and then anything can happen. But at the moment, it's still looking fine. Right, so we've had a look at, this was gonna be a quick update because tomorrow we're gonna be, like, I'm preparing to change when I'm going live. So a lot of things happening behind the scenes for that, and Patreon and so on. Okay, awesome. All right, guys. If you liked this quick update, do not forget to hit that like, that bell, and subscribe, and share with your friends and so on and so forth. And join us on Discord, where the action happens, when I'm offline. So yeah, thank you for all the love, likes, contributions, and everything else. And I'll see you on the next one. Good night.